Hello everybody, my name is Mathis and welcome back to the long-awaited Minecraft multiplayer Tekkit with Dan Giesling. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Sorry about that. So Mathis, I have to get this right off my chest right away.
Okay, all right. That's my fault?
No. No longer is the most asked question I get, am I going to go on Big Brother? It's not even close.
Is it, when is Tekkit coming back?
Yes. That's the new most asked question I get.
That's crazy, especially since, you know, you do such a good job at just not talking about Big Brother, too.
But I mean, it's not that I don't talk about it, but it's just, you know, there's a time and place.
Oh, I agree, and I understand wholly. It's so funny because I pop into your streams every so often when you stream, and it's every time without fail. There's somebody in the comment in the chat who's like, "Are you Dan from Big Brother?" And you're just like, "No, I'm not."
No, well, for me, it's like I've been streaming on Twitch since like December 2012, and for me, like, I think I do a good job talking about my stream and like promoting it. So when someone comes in and they're like, "Hey, I didn't know you streamed," like, and you're from Big Brother, I'm just like, I just kind of take it like I didn't do a good enough job getting to that person or letting them know. But it's fun, and to me, it's always cool. Like it's kind of like I just feel very fortunate that, you know, I'm lucky that people are interested enough to even check out the stream. So I have a lot of fun with it. But
no, for sure.
So that's the most asked question, and I don't answer it because I want you to answer it.
And I just don't answer it.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk. Look, there's been, you know, even today is my own fault. I had company that I didn't expect. So I'm a little bit later in recording today, and then, you know, other times holidays got in the way and like schedule conflicts got in the way, and then the project I've been working on effed up my sleep schedule, and it's been a fucking disaster.
But we're back. And
we're back.
I think we're both really excited to be back too, because there's a lot of stuff we can do.
Yeah. What's the plans? Do you have plans for today?
Yeah, I think our plans are first. Where are you at? I don't see you.
I'm literally in the mining tunnels. I have a diamond on me.
Okay.
I don't know why I have a diamond on me, but I do.
Okay.
And I don't know what we were doing.
Okay, we were trying to find diamonds to... Oh, I gotta turn this music down. It's kind of loud. We were trying to get our quarry up and running, right? So we get more diamonds so that we can build stuff to get to the moon. So as of right now, remember, our quarry is not running properly.
Right.
So I did a little... Well, I didn't do any research, but people in the comments had really kind of helped me out with the pipes. And here's something that I learned, and I can't take credit for it. The comments did. So there's like two types of pipes. Wood ones, and I actually wrote this down because I can't remember it. Wood ones pulls stuff, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like,
yep. It's like a suction effect.
Yeah, and stone pipes transfer.
Okay.
And then fluid pipes, so you can have like a wood fluid, I'm guessing. Fluid pipes move fluids. So I think with that information, we should be able to figure out everything. But
okay,
right now it's kind of dark out, so we should sleep.
I see you. Are you a stormtrooper?
I am a stormtrooper.
That's awesome. Last time we talked, Star Wars wasn't out.
Really? Has it been that long?
We haven't talked about Star Wars, I don't think.
I think we should talk about it. Wait,
I definitely do.
How many times have you seen it?
I have only seen it once. I have not had a chance to go see it a second time yet.
Okay. So give me your favorite parts of it, and let's preface it by saying no spoilers. Because,
no spoilers?
Yeah, because I still feel like there's people that haven't watched yet.
All right.
And I wouldn't want to exclude them from the conversation.
Our favorite parts without spoilers.
That's tough.
That's really hard. All right, I'll try and be as vague as I can. I really thoroughly enjoyed, in general, Kylo Ren as a villain.
Okay.
I think he's the best villain Star Wars has seen since the original trilogy. For a lot of reasons.
And I'm not trying to sea jerk here, but I agree. I mean, like, that was my standout favorite part too. But let me hear why you liked Kylo Ren.
All right, hang on. I'm about to be attacked by a creeper here. Okay, it's fine. Everything's good. We're totally fine.
Okay.
Oh, you got a creeper! Creeper!
Oh, not near this. Not near this. Not near this.
Exactly.
Not near this. At least if he goes off, he can go over here. Okay, so what did you like about
All right, you know what? Let's just preface this by saying there might be minor spoilers, but we won't spoil any of the big moments.
Okay.
Just because we have to talk about the character, not necessarily his past, but like what I loved about him is how human he was, and how very clearly torn he was. Adam Driver did an incredible job at like making Kylo Ren a character that just was so destroyed on the inside and not really knowing what he wanted.
Okay.
Like trying to live up to something that he might not have even been able to live up to.
See, we can't talk about it without spoiling it, but when we should just say it, when he sees.
All right, okay, here we go. Spoilers are going to happen. Sorry.
What we'll do is we will. All right.
These are all very red, by the way. I don't want them to blow up.
Yeah, I don't want to blow them either. So let's just say we'll talk about it for 5 minutes. So if you're watching this right now, fast forward from 5 minutes from here.
We'll give it a best shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when he sees, so you're referring to when he sees the Vader helmet, right? And like.
Yep. And like how like obviously like what he's trying desperately to be like his grandfather essentially. I have some. First of all, I want to put out there. Almost every one of my theories about the movie came true. Like
What?
I was 100% on about almost everything.
What theory? No,
I'm
gonna call you out on this, man.
I called Han Solo's death. I called it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't.
I
say that
did
to me.
say, and here.
If you said that. And
What?
If you said that when because we theorize. I mean, we didn't theorize a ton, but you said something. So I'll tell you what you said, but tell me what you predicted on.
I also predicted and assumed that Kylo Ren was the son of Han and Leia because Kylo. Remember I said Skywalker, Solo, Kylo. I was wrong in that.
That doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking about? When you look at Kylo Ren, my theory was like his name is Kylo because he's a Skywalker. He's a son of a Skywalker and a Solo. That's what I said.
Reaching, Matt. That's
what I said before the movie came out.
Yeah, but that's
that
doesn't make any sense. That's like
go back and watch. Like if you can go on my Twitter and like look at like all the things I was saying, I thought I was on. I was wrong in that Rey. I thought Rey was gonna be they were gonna be siblings.
Okay.
But they are clearly not. New theories about Rey now. And what else did I say? I think that was it. I think that's all I predicted.
Okay. Because
those are the big story points.
Well, I thought you predicted that he was going to be Skywalker's son.
No.
You never said that in like a roundtable podcast or something like that?
No. Maybe Ryan was saying something and just being because he was being silly.
Okay.
But I didn't. I always said Kylo and Rey were brother and sister, and I assumed that they were Solo and Leia's kid.
Okay. Got it. All right. So, back to Kylo Ren. So
great villain.
Yeah, and I feel like he's only going to get better as the series goes on. You know?
I agree. I'm so happy he's not dead. I'm so happy they didn't go the prequel trilogy and just kill off villain after villain every movie.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, because they invested so much time in story building behind him. If they killed him, it's like it makes no sense, you know? Like,
right.
But I agree. I mean, they could have like botched that. Like when I looked at the first time I heard him talk, I was just with the mask on, I was thankful because like I look at something like Bane in the Dark Knight series, I'm like, that kind of ruined you. It just wasn't there, but his voice was Vader-esque without being like.
He was very clearly wishing he was Vader.
Yeah, but without being like, cheesy. Like
and you can tell too, like, and one of the things I say is Kylo Ren is what Anakin should have been in the prequels, in that he's so torn between dark side and light, and like they do a good job of portraying that, like he's so fucking torn, he doesn't know like what to do, when he very clearly wants to go to the dark side for whatever reason, and I'm very curious why that is. I've read some interesting theories.
You're curious about
why he so desperately wants to go to the dark side.
I got you. Okay.
I want to know why. But they made him a good job at coming off as young and torn and like not in control of his own emotions. Like the cool thing about Vader, right, is that like when we see Vader for the first time in the original trilogy, he's been Vader for like what, 16, 17 years. He's had time to learn to internalize all of his anger and his rage and really make him like this imposing figure that brings fear across the galaxy. He doesn't need to flip out and murder and like attack computers and like basically have tantrums Where Kylo is so young and so naive and still like trying to figure shit out to the point where like he throws tantrums. Like he legitimately throws tantrums to because he's just so mad and he doesn't know how to make it better. Like, and one of the cool things is at the final fight scene, I love how he beats the wound that Chewie gave him to like feed him pain and make him strong, try to like power the dark side.
See, I didn't know what he was doing. That's what he, like.
That's, I think, the most widely accepted thing is that he was beating his wound because pain leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to the dark side kind of thing. And he's trying to fuel his rage. But I thought that was awesome.
No, that was cool. I just thought he was like, I didn't understand that. Like, I was just kind of like, is he like trying to stop it from bleeding? Like, I didn't go that deep, but that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're talking about how he's like kind of torn in between, right?
Yep.
So then what I really appreciate, and you said how he like kind of had these tantrums.
Yeah.
Like I thought that made him like not a perfect villain. You know what I mean? Like that's
right,
why I liked
right.
it, because it's
yeah,
like
me too.
he had this complete meltdown, and like I'm the type of person like I root for the villains. So when like I saw that, I started laughing in the theater because it's just like that's what I would think a real villain would do. Like he would
I
freak
agree.
the F out.
Yeah, especially one so young as him too, right? Like,
Yeah.
I loved it, man. I fucking loved the movie so much. Like I thought it was so good. I thought Finn and Rey were phenomenal too.
Well, before we get off that side note that I found out about Adam Driver played Kylo Ren, and it's not really like I didn't hear anything in the pre-show like hype, was that he was in a Marine for like 3 years.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and then he like got hurt and then was discharged, and so he's very active in like trying to bring the arts and like and theater to like
awesome.
military bases. But you didn't hear any of that. Like that's
No.
like it's not like he was, some not that there's anything wrong with it. Not like he was born into like Hollywood royalty. Like he was a Marine and then he's like, I'm gonna do this.
That's awesome.
It was so cool. That's a really cool article. I'll send it to you. But anyway,
Yeah,
I just thought it's
great.
like really admirable. So like to me, he stole the show. And then
he was great. And John, honestly, the three main characters, which really are, Finn, Rey, and Kylo, they were all incredible.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job. All right, so let's talk about do you have any criticisms about Kylo Ren? Because I think we should say what we like and then criticisms about each thing. Do you have?
I'm actually very happy with how they did him. To be honest with you, I mean, I've read the people criticisms about him being like, how'd he get beat by Rey? She has no training or whatever. I know people kind of bitch about that, but I feel like people are forgetting that Kylo is clearly very untrained, and when he went into that fight, he just took a fucking bowcaster bolt from Chewbacca. If you remember watching that thing kill stormtroopers, the bowcaster was sending the stormtroopers flying. It was sending them flying, but when it hit him, like, he didn't go flying, he fucking took it. So
I forgot that part. I'm trying to. Where did that happen? Like,
where? When?
When did he take the bolt?
So as soon as he killed Han Solo, Chewbacca did a roar and just fired at him and hit him right in the side.
I don't. I'm trying to.
That's how he got hit, like before the fight. That's why he was beating his wound during the fight.
Got it. That's not that memorable to me, but I'll have to keep an eye out.
Yeah. I don't really have any complaints, honestly. Like the movie, the biggest complaint I have is that the movie really echoed the entire original trilogy a little too much. But I think the reason they did that is they were trying to be like, look, see, we can do a good Star Wars movie. And they just kind of were like, the first movie to bring people back and bring fans back was going to be one that basically echoed A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
Okay. No, I agree. I felt the same thing where it was like, I think I got to burn this. I'm trying to make that sealant again. Do we have to burn cactus? I believe so.
Look it up.
But yeah, I felt like there was a extreme amount of parallels between this and episode 4.
Yep.
And like you could almost say almost identical, not clearly very close to identical.
It was very close, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, that's okay because that hasn't been done in 40 years.
Yeah. I mean, the only complaint like through that I had is like my only thing walking out is like, did they really need Star Killer Base? Did they really need Death Star 3?
Yeah.
Like I was like, that was a little bit like unnecessary.
Well, I didn't know if that was like homage or a jab at Lucas because initially, I don't know if you know this, but Luke Skywalker was initially called Luke
Starkiller. Yeah.
So
I
I
did
kind of
know
looked at that as like almost a semi jab to Lucas. But
God.
there was something I wanted to say about Kylo Ren before we wrap things up. Oh,
Yeah.
one of my favorite when I knew like early on that it was going to be like an awesome movie. I was just going to be really excited about it. Like when once the movie starts is in the very beginning when Poe I think shoots a laser at Kylo.
Oh,
and
Kylo
just
stops it. You're like, oh shit! Like, oh no! Oh, so good. It was so
like,
good, dude. I loved Poe. I needed more Poe in that movie.
Do you think they're clearly they're setting him up for bigger roles at some?
I assume he'll be bigger in like episode 8. I hope so. I think people like, and if he isn't, he will be because of how many people like loved him.
Yeah, I just I felt like he was just kind of there. You know what I mean? Like he just.
When he was on screen though, he was great. Like when he first meets Finn and gives Finn his name, I was like, that's awesome. Like I love that. That was so good.
Well, I think there was just a lot of stuff that happened that like I think people wanted to see but never seen before. Like it's cool to see someone else pilot freaking TIE fighter, you know?
Yeah, yep. And how the TIE fighters were super fucking cool too.
Yeah, and see, like I just noticed everything like it was the same, but with a J.J. Abrams or like a Disney upgrade to it.
Yep.
You know,
Agreed.
Like even those TIE fighters had like a little bit of red, and you can tell like if you put 2 TIE fighters up, you could be like this one's from the last trilogy and this one's from the original.
Yeah,
you know,
it just shows like. Hey, it's been like 30 fucking years since the original trilogy. Technology has changed a little bit, so here we are.
Yeah.
But I loved it, man. I thought it was so good.
So I think we're both in agreement that. Did you think Kylo like was he your favorite character in the? Let's go sleep.
Yeah, like he it's him. Like honestly, all 3 of them were super good. Like,
but
I like Rey too. I'm very pumped to see Rey's origin now. I want to know whose Rey's parents are. I think Luke is Rey's father.
You would have to assume that.
Like that's my guess. It has to be.
Yeah.
Also, the last scene with Luke.
Oh my God.
It was perfect. It was perfect. I'm so glad he didn't say a word.
I know.
Because it was like his fucking kudos to Mark Hamill, man. His facial expressions were all that was needed. Like you could see like the fear and like the worry and all the stuff on his face and like the awe, and he fucking nailed it. And he looked super good.
I thought he looked better than he's ever looked as.
Yeah,
like,
he looks
individual.
fucking excellent. He looks so good.
Side note on Mark Hamill, did you see what GameSpot put out about him and Star Citizen?
No, what?
He accepted, and this is because I'm a Star Citizen fanboy, he accepted the role in Star Citizen. He's got a pretty major role in it without even reading the script. Just because.
Oh, because he knows, Chris Roberts and Wing Commander days and all that stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, so was there any moment when the Skywalker part of like any tears or like emotion?
I had chills.
Okay.
I got super like emotional and chills, but I'm such a Star Wars fanboy. I totally expected it, so it was awesome.
It was incredible, man.
And I want to know like another thing that I'm just gonna praise the movie for is like leaving questions, like answering some questions, but making me leave the theater with more questions than I walked away with initially. Because it's like, how did Maz Kanata, get Luke Skywalker's like Luke's lightsaber? Who is Rey? What happened to Luke's Jedi Academy? Like, so many questions still stand, and I love them for that.
I'm the same way. I was thinking like, how does this like essentially more or less frail bar owner end up with like the most legendary weapon in the entire?
She's
galaxy?
very in tune with the Force, clearly.
Yeah. How about these pipes though, man? I figured it out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm proud of you, man. Can we turn this on?
But so now.
So what is this doing? Is this pumping? This is pumping water. I don't understand.
So now we don't have to ever fill this thing with water, or at least not for a while.
Oh, this power thing?
Yeah. So
what do we do now?
So now we just need, because remember how the other one blew up?
Do we need fuel? So liquid fuel, right?
So now we need fuel for this thing.
Shit. So we need liquid fuel, right? Yeah.
I don't know either.
Yeah, okay, so I put coal in it. Coal did nothing, so we need liquid fuel. So we need to go get, like, lava and shit. What about this engine? I don't understand. You have this connected? I don't understand.
This pumps the water to the engine. So without a pump, you can't, like, run the water to...
So this is pumping water right now, basically. Now we want to find out how to pump... like, we need to pump, like, oil or something.
Yeah, we need some sort of oil vat or... I mean, at least an oil vat until we get enough stuff to build like, you know, a solar one. You know, that should be the plan.
Yep. I have 5 buckets, so we can go get some stuff.
All right, cool.
I think there's oil somewhere.
I think we should probably wrap things up here, and then we'll call this one Kylo Ren. The next episode,
yeah, I know, right?
We'll go Finn and Rey.
I did nothing. I just followed you around the whole time.
It's all right. I think this is like we were both excited. I was excited to get back, and because we've talked a little bit, but we haven't talked about Star Wars. So
yeah, man. There's still more things about Star Wars I want to talk about, but that's fine.
And we made some progress.
Yes. You. Oh, see, these engines are still heating up though.
These are redstones. They don't explode, so they'll shut down. Yeah, 100%. Okay. Someone told me in the comments.
Okay. Yeah. ESPN. Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll wrap this thing up. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're back, baby. We'll try to keep this, back on schedule. And we'll see you next time.
See you guys.